Good afternoon. Welcome to another video for the Northwest Club Water Carp Diaries. As you can see, I'm not on the bank. My car's having an MOT. Unfortunately, the garage can't start work on it until Wednesday next week. So it would have been a nice day out on the bank today, not raining at the moment. So what I thought I'd do is I'll show you a quick video of how I make my solid bag leaders. Now last year I was using the quarter leaders. I found them a little bit too long. I wanted them just a little bit shorter. So if my rig, my mainline parts, or I get snagged up and cut off, there's not much of a leader that the fish would be trailing, and it'd be very easy to get rid of the lead and the leader. Obviously, a lot of the waters I fish are barbless hooks anyway, so the carp can actually get rid of the hook quite quickly. I'll show you the ready-made quarter leaders that I was using last year, and then I'll show you how I make my leaders with all the bits and pieces that I use for that process. So here's the quarter ready-made leader. This one I've actually never used. The reason being, I actually threaded on the insert from the lead, and as you can see, it pulls apart quite difficult. The reason I didn't use it is because if I did, my main line did snap, the chances of that coming off with a head shaking it could be there for quite a while. So I never ended up using this actual leader. This one is about 50 cent. I think it was 50 centimeters. Now I found that was a little bit long for a solid bag rig. I only want a short leader. The reason I want a shorter leader is less for the carp to trail around if my main line does snap. But what I wanted was for the lead to come away really, really easy. So it would only end up with the hook link and a short part of the leader. So this is one that I did use. Now inside there is just a small part of a tail rubber. So it basically put the ring swivel would just basically pull in to the lead, but it should then, as you can see, just come straight off from the ring swivel. That will then just slide away, come off the leader, and you're only left with basically with the leader then. But like I say, a little bit too long. So here's one that I've made already. So this one's only 25 or 30 centimeters. So it's at least 20 centimeters shorter. So as you can see, not very big at all. So, but inside here is a generic tail rubber. Not as thick as a normal tail rubber would be, or a lead clip rubber. So even though I can pull it right on as hard as I like, when the fish first picks it up, it's going to feel the weight of the lead. As soon as it shakes its head, that's it. It's going to become free running. So if my line does snap, that's coming straight off, and that is what any fish is going to basically be left with. There's no weight to it. This is lead free. I'm starting to use the Fox Camo Submerge lead free leader. Now the difference between this leader and the quarter one is diameter. Now you might not show up very well on camera, but I'll see if I can try and get it to show up. Believe it or not, there is a difference in the diameters. And as you can see, the camo leader is what it says. It's camo. It's not just one straight colour like the quarter one. Don't get me wrong, the quarter ones have caught me a couple of fish last year. I only started using PVA bags last year, so still quite new to it, but very handy when you see a fish show and you just want to get a rig out there. You don't know what the bottom's exactly like. You've got a good chance of having a good presentation with a solid bag. So that's the stuff that I'm using. Now, as you can see on this one, I've got a quick change swivel. Basically, you just pop the sleeve off, pop your rig off, pop a new one on if you need to. Some of the hooks that I've been using over the last year, I've caught 2 or 3 fish on one hook before it starts getting blunt. This one, as you can see, is still catching, so quite possibly not caught anything on this one yet. So, but that's what I'm going to make now. And like I say, I'll show you the bits that I use and how I do it. So, obviously, you want your Fox Camo submerged first of all, and then you can either use a quick change swivel. I don't know if that's focusing. There we go. So you've got a quick change swivel there, or you've got a basic ring swivel as well. Okay, with the quick change swivels, I cut the ring off. I don't think that it's I just find it easier. There's enough movement in the braided hook link to not need it. If I'm using the ring swivel, then I'll keep the ring swivel on, and that's what I'll attach my hook link to. So what I'll do is I'll get my latch needle and quickly, well, not quickly, but I'll try and get this threaded on. Now, because this is the lead-free leader, you haven't got to worry about the core itself, because obviously there's no lead inside. So what you need to do is basically get the hook into the core of the leader itself. If you go all the way through to the other side, you're not going to be able to thread it on. A bit like I've just come straight out of that side there. So pop it back in. That's it. Just ease it up to where you want it to be. So as you can see, it's there now. So you can see the end of the splicing needle. What you're going to do then is, I can't find it, I've dropped it, there it is. I'm just going to cut off the ring swivel, or the ring part of the swivel, just with a pair of pliers. Put that to one side. And you're going to thread your swivel on, and then pop your needle out of the side. So as you can see, it's come out of the side of the leader. And then what you want to do, don't hook it right on the end of the leader, because that will then just start to fray as you're trying to pull it through. So you want to go just a couple of mil down, pull it right over, put your your gate latch back over so it traps it in place, and then just ease it gently through. Now if you try and pull it really quick, the chances are you're just going to thread, you're just basically going to stop it pulling through. So you want to pull it all the way through, easing it down. As you can see, it's now tightening up there nicely. All right, so just keep pulling it through. And you've got your tag end that's come through. Now you can just pull that really tight, and then what you can do is pull it out a little bit. First of all, if you pull it tight, you'll see that it'll disappear inside. That's where it's like basically getting its strength from. Okay, let's move that out of the way because it's focusing on that more so than what I need it to. But as you can see, you've got a little bit of tag end just here. Now, what I found that you can do is if you just pull it out just a little bit and then trim those tag ends off, like so. Just trim it off and then just tease it back down over. That way you've now got no tag ends at all there. Okay. Now I'll get my baiting needle a minute, or one of my gate latch needles. Push it through. So it's on there, on the ring swivel. Now that's not coming apart. I don't know if you can see on the video how red my fingers are going just by pulling. And that's me pushing my hands together and really pulling. And that has not moved a millimetre. Take that back off. Now this is where you want to decide how long you want your leader. Now, like I say, I don't want a 50 centimetre leader. I want it around about between 25 and 30 centimetres. So I know there's not a lot of leader if my line snaps. So to make it around 30 centimetres, you want to go a little bit longer because obviously you're going to be needing to put a loop in the other end to attach to your main line. So measure it out or have a rough guess. Each person's going to be different with what they want from each leader. So I'm going to go with about 33. With 33, so we go 33 centimetres with this one. And then once we've got it all finished and tied off, we'll remeasure it and we'll see what it comes out at. Okay. So I'm not going to put the other bits on just yet. I'll just get this end spliced together. And again, I want to just go in. Very carefully. See if I can do it without poking it through this time. Yeah, there we go. Carefully feed it down your splicing needle until you get to your tag end. And don't forget, you're going to want to keep a loop in this end. The reason being, if you don't, you've got nothing to attach your main line to. So we find the needle, pop it out, slide it right down. Again, don't go right through the end, because you're only going to end up pulling it apart basically. Okay. Close your gate latch. And first of all, start just teasing it through first of all. Like so. Now, I've got a pulley tool here. Depends on how big a loop you want. You could use the end of a baiting needle, a pulley tool, the end of the pulley tool, doesn't matter. Whatever size that you want, you can use, find something that suits your eyesight or your style of fishing. And then we just keep pulling that through all the way down. So that's now out. As you can see, that's still now on my pulley tool. So what I can do is just pull that out a little bit. Just pull it out just a fraction. Pop my pulley tool back in. And then if I wrap this around my hand, I can now pull that nice and tight. And that's not coming through at all. Now that loop there is more than enough to get your main line through with an overhand knot or a figure of 8 knot to put it onto your bag. So that's now on there nice and tight. As you can see, I think you can see the marks where the leader's pulled onto my fingers. Again, I'll show you again. Very, very tight. That's not coming apart. So now what I want to do is get my generic tail rubber. We'll thread that on onto my baiting needle, will be easier because it's quite a thin end. And all we want to do is just, obviously the thicker end needs to be down by the swivel, because this thicker end here is going to go over the swivel itself. Push it on. Try not to fray your leader. So you just slide that straight over. There we go. Pull it through nice and gently. There we go. Once it's on, you can get your baiting needle or whatever needle you're using. Slide it right down. And then that just pops over the eye of the swivel there, like that. And then just feed your lead on. Now I've not got a hook link on this now, but I'll just show you. It picks it up and that's straight off. It's not even wet. So obviously once this is in the water and a bit of water's got on it, I think that's going to come apart. It's starting to fall off already. Let's go. So even a small mid-single fish, well, as soon as it starts shaking its head, that's going to just come apart. And that's it. That's what it's going to end up with. So I'll just run through the bits again that I've used. Obviously, I've used the Fox Camo Submerge in 40 pounds. This one's got a quick change quarter swivel off on with the ring swivel cut off. Just a generic towel rubber that fits nicely and snug over the eye that will just grip the lead at first off. And then obviously we've got the 1/4 ounce flat pairs that I use for my bag fishing anyway. I think in summer I might change up to a bigger lead. I do use the Fox inline leads as well for other types of my fishing. But that is how I make my leader. Oh, I did say we'll check, see how long this was at the end after cutting it off at 33. So that is just 30 centimetres. So the last thing I want to do is I'm going to grab a little tub of water, and I'm just going to place each one of these leaders, the Fox and the 1/4 one, just in the tank. In this, it's not a tank, it's a little tub of water. I'm just going to have a look to see how quick, in comparison, that the Fox and the 1/4 one sink. So we'll have a quick look at that a second. The generic Chinese water tub. So it's not nothing special. So I'll grab both ends. I want enough slack so it's trying to make it a bit of a fair test. Really, I could do with having a bigger tank. So what I'm going to do is just drop it in, and we'll see which one sinks first. So at the moment, they're both caught up in the surface film. But looking at it, I don't think it's going to make... I don't know which one's going to sink first, to be honest. They're very high up. Well, if I've given them a prod, as you can see, the submerged one sunk right down. But the 1/4 one is still staying quite high up in the water. Even with me giving it a few prods. It's taken a while for that 1/4 one to sink. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this. If I try and pull it over a bit, just so I'm not holding on to it, because I don't think that's a fair... Let's put that lid on there. I don't think that's very fair. But as you can see, I'm pushing it down and it's floating, trying to come back up to the surface. Let's give it a bit more slack. Let's push it right down. No, I can't even push it right down because it's still trying to come back up. I don't know if you can see that. Push it down with this finger. That's on the bottom. And as you can see, that's trying to float back up. Yet the Fox one, that's... Now it's wet. Let's see how quickly that sinks. That's straight to the bottom. Now, whether that's because of the difference in the diameters, could be. You know, I think maybe with the 1/4 one with some maybe a line attached to it, it might not float. Let's try and squeeze any air out of it. Oh, there we go. So I had to squeeze the air out of the 1/4 one. Oh, it's now floating again. I think that's down to the diameter. But I think once it's on the lake bed, it's gone through the water. I'm hoping that these corded ones haven't been sitting off the lake bed. Otherwise, that might have been causing me a fish to spook off it if they touched it or seen it. So that might be why I've not caught that many on PVA bags last year. But again, you know, even a dry bit, as soon as it goes past that surface film, that fox submerges, just going straight through. So that one's wet. So I'll get the other one that I made earlier, and we'll just push that through the surface film straight off the bat, and see what happens. No, it's not even trying to float. As soon as it gets through that surface film, even bone dry, that just wants to sink. And it's very supple. So I've got a bit of a mixture of tackle that I'm using. Some generic cheap towel rubbers, some fox, and obviously some corded stuff as well. I don't stick to one brand. If I like something, I like it, and that's what I will use. So that's the way I make my leaders. Obviously, a lot of people may have already seen how other people do their leaders, which is the same as me, apart from I use a quick change swivel. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up and any comments. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos going forward. And on a final point, at the end of January, I've got a week off, thankfully. So I've got a couple of sessions booked. One on the club lake. Hopefully we'll get a few bites, which I'm going to be using the solid bags and the leaders that I've made today. But I've also got a 24 hours booked on a different venue. Now, I should have been going down and doing an intro to that venue next week. Obviously, cars in the garage, not going to happen. Hopefully, I might be able to get down the week after before my week off. I'll get an intro done to the venue, speak to the people that run it, give you an insight to the venue, ready for when I get on my session down there. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.